Alright, welcome back guys to Pokemon Ruby Destiny Life of Guardians, and in the last episode we caught some new Pokemon like Sprinify and Stronthio, and I leveled up Sprinify to level 20 and I learned Sleep Powder, and I got rid of Vine Whip because this move is so bad compared to Razor Leaf, just in every way except accuracy. And Sleep Powder can put up your opponent to sleep. Oh, and I have an item on Cubit. I always forget to check that. And so I can do some utility with Stronthio too, and now I'm going to quickly take care of those trainers that I didn't bother to defeat last time to get some more experience, and then I'm going to be going through Vextra Forest. So this trainer starts off with Mankey, and even though my attack is lowered by my nature, Headbutt is still the stronger attack than Razor Leaf, because I get stabbed on both of them, and therefore I'm going to use it against it. And here is Pansear. In the last episode, Pansear appeared to be pretty defensively bulky. At least Pansear is also affected by the Sandstorm, so that will help me out a little. So let's see if I can take him out with a Headbutt. Well, that works. Well, Sprinify has a little bit more attack than Cubit, but not much, I think. I'm going to use it for now, because I didn't defeat this one either. I forgot about this one. I will want him to Sprinify to catch up in levels with Cubit's level. I'm still a little bit too powerful for now. See, I'm level 20 and those Pokemon are level 14. And against Mareep, even though I think the Headbutt will do more damage, I want to use Razor Leaf because because of the chance of getting paralyzed by static. The Mareep's ability that only works if you actually make a contact with it. But if you use a move like Razor Leaf that's not contact, it will not trigger the ability, so you can get away with that. That's why I want to use it against Mareeps. And here we have Riolu. Well, I'm still not sure how to pronounce it. You could have your own right if you want, but I don't want my Riolu right now because it's not a new Pokemon. Well, I've mentioned that so many times, I think I shouldn't say anything about that anymore. But it gives a good experience. I actually knew that in an earlier version, Riolu didn't give any experience, or hardly any experience I should say. But I think that's fixed right now, this Titanium doesn't even battle me. Okay, then I guess I head back. Well, that's the problem with some ROM hacks, that the experience drop of some Pokemon is just ridiculous. I think, yeah, for like a level 50 Lucario, you got like 200 experience, something ridiculous like that. So now we are in Vextra Forests, and we can go to Guardian Town and Garden Field if you go through here. Okay, I think this might be a place where we can get a hidden item. On here is a Shellos, and the Shellos in this version are green. This definitely is not a Headbutt yet. So Headbutt is not a mechanic in this game, now we know for sure. Here we see a Joltik. I think Joltik was already in Sinister Woods, but in this case you get a stronger Joltik if you wanted to. Pidgey we have seen plenty of. I think there are also some trainers that you can battle here. Maybe this one? Nope. The Swamp, yeah. If you remember, there used to be a swamp in Vextra Forest in the Ruby Destiny Rescue Rangers, but apparently they solved this problem here. And here we've got a Fisherman, the first one, and typical Fisherman Pokemon, Magikarp. And that Magikarp is really weak, but it also doesn't give any experience. Okay, for my level 20 Magikarp it gets 85 experience, which is pitiful. At least it can't really do much back. Magikarp is a good Pokemon to EV train because it's so common. You can get it really easily by fishing with the old rod, and it gives you 2 EVs in speed, 1 EV in speed. So you can use it for that, but other than that, it's a worthless Pokemon to battle for experience at least. At least we got a level up from those Magikarps, which I didn't expect at all. So now we have to find our way through. So well, there are all the spots look like there could be hidden items. Most likely there won't be any. I think the creators just did this to trick the player. Let's see. No items. And the encounter rate seems to be rather high in this game. I'm just going to run from these Pokemon. It's not like in Rescue Rangers where I actually had to battle them for experience, so I don't actually think I need to cut the battles out because they won't really take a lot of time any. Okay, here we've got Cherrim, which is the evolved form of Cherubi, which I think we've already seen, and maybe this the form change is probably not in here, but Cherrim is an interesting Pokemon that if in Sun it's a different Pokemon and that has to have the ability, I think, Flower Gift, I think it's called, that increases its special defense in Sun. And this is the form you see here is the one that you see in Sun. If it's outside of Sun, it will be like it's more like a bulb. Actually, and in Sun it opens up, and it has chlorophyll in this game instead of Flower Gift. Flower Gift was not there in this game. That's why it outsped Sprinify now. If he has Stronthio would have outsped him because it also has chlorophyll. Okay. I think I'm gonna check out North. This is the exit to Guardia Town, but I shall check out what we find here first. Maybe there are more trainers. This one is not a trainer class. I think no trainer in game looks like this. At least no generic class. Maybe there is a rival who looks like this that I haven't met up with, although doubt it. So let's check out. Maybe it's... Man, their counter rate is really high in this game. At least in this area, or maybe I'm just getting really unlucky in this episode. Nope, there's nothing. I just wasted a whole bunch of time. At least I can use the ledges to get back a little quickly. Could also catch a Weasel here, if you wanted to. It's a good Pokemon. Good water type. But I'm not going... Oh, no, I shouldn't have done this. I thought I could use the ledges, but I can't. So now I have to pay the price for it and walk a longer distance. And Joltik's battle cry is really weird, I just realized that. So at least I got through without any encounters. Oh, this is the way I need to go. You see, this is the exit to Guardia Town. And Gardenfield is... Yeah, you have to go there eventually. You know that Gardenfield is another location of Rescue Rangers that we had to go through to very often. So now that we are back in Guardia Town, we might as well use our mom to heal ourselves back up. Alright. Then we continue on. Let's check out if I have an item. No, I don't. Now I'll show you how to go to Low White Path. So, here's this gold... did they say this bridge was made of gold? I don't know. Anyways, you go over here and you get to Fortune Valley, which is another location that we don't really need right now. There's an item back there, I remember, and here is Chirpinch if you want one. I think I caught Howclips, the evolved form of Chirpinch, in the Safari Zone, so you could also use that if you wanted to. I think Chirpinch is a pretty bad Pokemon, because it doesn't really get any good moves as far as I have seen. Because I've used him before and I wasn't really impressed. So you will get a Hyper Potion, which will be really nice later, especially because Cubit has so much HP. I will not really be able to heal up Super Potions anymore. So now we are at Fruits Basket. That's a good anime. So this is actually the castle of the Leon Empire or something like that, or the border to Leon Empire, but we cannot do anything right there. It has really great music. Okay, now let's go there now. Let's check up these berries first and then go to Low Point Path. You have already seen where this leads, so... These berries here are citrus berries, which are the best HP restoring berries in the game. They restore 30 HP. They're actually a lot worse than in newer games. In the newer games, they lost a quarter of your HP regardless of how much you have. So let's say you have 300 HP, then they will restore 400 HP. Make it calculation easier, they'll restore 100 HP. So now we are on the Low Point Path, and here we are with the music from Digimon Tamers, which is a really nice music, I must say. This is probably my favorite music in the games, as I've heard so far. As I said, I have never finished the game, so I can't tell if there are other good tracks. I actually know the lyrics of Digimon Tamers, but at least the German lyrics and the Japanese lyrics, well, I guess I could look them up, but I don't know. Well, the lyrics are something like about your dream, about reaching your dreams. Well, that's pretty much what Digimon Tamers is about, at least for the main character. And here, these berries are pretty much all worthless because they can only be used to make Pokeblocks, which I won't be doing here. And I think this girl here also gives us a free berry every day. If you have she gives you the TM. This is the girl that gives you as a TM if we have a grass type Pokemon in our team, which we do have. We even have 3 grass type Pokemon. So the TM she gives us is Magnitude. There was Giga Drain, but none of us can learn Magnitude. It's not really reliable. You're much better off teaching your Pokemon Earthquake anyways. Magnitude can be stronger than Earthquake, but you have to get lucky. I think it's in worst case Magnitude is like 20 base power, and in best case it's 150. And you have to get Magnitude, I think 9 or 10 in order to make it worth. So now let's go into battle against the twins to get some more experience and money. So, meet Yubio and Yuki, those are Japanese names, and they have Pampor and Vulpix. So I'm actually going to use the Razor Leaf, and I think I should be able to take out Vulpix with one headbutt, so that I can then 1-KO Pampor with a Razor Leaf. Razor Leaf is a move that hits both Pokemon in double battle, but it also suffers from a spread damage, which what I mean with that is that its power is reduced because it hits multiple Pokemon. I think it's reduced to like 3/4 of the normal power, so instead of 55 accuracy base power, it would have like 45 or so. It's just an estimation. I didn't really calculate that. So we now got the battle against the Aroma Lady, and the battle background actually would indicate that it's an ice area. We are not actually on the ice area yet. This is just going to come. You will see pretty soon. She has just some Cherubi, which are really easy to take down. At least I should be able to level up Sprinify after this battle. Well, I actually level up on it now, 22, which is nice. And she also has a Badu, which the Badu owned by trainers always have natural cure. That's a thing you can know. That they will never have Poison Point. At least in the first generation, if a Pokemon can have multiple abilities, that Pokemon owned by trainers will always have one of the other, and it will always be the same. It doesn't change around. I think they might have changed this in the 5th generation. I think that the Pokemon had to have some Pokemon can have other abilities. And here we got one of the most obscene items in the game, the Leftovers, but I'm not going to use that now. Like, obviously it would be really great on Ubit, but I want Ubit to be able to pick up items for me. And if I give him an item to hold, it can't do this anymore. So, now I think we're pretty close to this area that I really like. but it's also really frustrating. I'll show you what I mean. I think these are the last berries that I can pick up now. Okay, here we are. This is going to be the ice area. Caution, entering the snowy parts of the region, enter at own risk. This is actually true. So first off, we go up here. This is another part of Mineral Cave, but we pretty much only go in to grab this item here, which is HM05 that contains Flash, and we are already able to use this. And Flash is a really bad move on its own, so we are going to teach it to one of our slaves. Let's make Pansage our HM slave. Now he has Cut and Flash. And then I'll be returning to the ice area and show you the little trick about this. There is actually a little trick that's about, or a gimmick, or however you want to call this, about this area. So I hope I can make it happen. So, you know, here what can happen is you can go into this area and sometimes you will freeze. Sometimes we'll just break out again, like in this area. But yeah, it can happen. Well, I'll show you to you. And the Pokemon you can meet up here is, for example, a Sneasel, which would be a good addition to our team, but we don't want it right now. Let's see if I can make it happen. Yeah, you can. It can have. This can happen. You hear this sound, and then you'll end up here in this house. And what will happen is you freeze to death, pretty much. There's an item called the Cold Scarf, which will prevent that. But getting the Cold Scarf is not really easy. So, and if you should ever need healing, this lady will also heal us up for free. It's like a Pokemon Center. So, and actually, this guy here, if you want to, he'll tell you that. He will sell you a Cold Scarf. That's the problem is that it costs a whole bunch of money. We can't even afford it right now. Also, you can actually find a Cold Scarf here. At least I think you can find it. So I would recommend not buying the Cold Scarf. You can actually get through it without it, although it will need a lot of luck. So the next episode, I will struggle to go through this. I think it's pretty luck based, and I'll probably do a post commentary and a sped up version because this might take me a while to get back there. So I hope you enjoyed this episode for today, and look forward to the freezing episode next time. Goodbye, everyone.